What is good, Ninja? OJ over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to the repeated Nintendo Switch and gaming news video. Today, we have some awesome information for you guys, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Super Mario Odyssey sold through 90% of its initial shipment in Japan. Now, Super Mario Odyssey sold 450,000 copies according to the Media Create, and over 500,000 copies when it comes to the Famitsu sales charts that includes download cards and bundles. That was pretty good for its first week in Japan. Now that's just based on sales for just a 3-day period. Now Dengeki has also added in their own data saying that Super Mario Odyssey sold through 90% of its initial shipment. The sales tracker says that it's off to a good start and will now be looking to see how much more new and existing customers can be attracted to the franchise in order for it to sell more. And I would say, based on everything that's been going on with the Nintendo Switch and how rapidly the system's been selling, there's going to be a lot more people who haven't got a Switch that want one and who want to play Super Mario Odyssey. This is a fantastic game with so much content in there, and for Nintendo to actually nail the shipment, because usually what happens that you get around maybe 60 something 70% of your initial shipment. You obviously want to sell as much of your initial shipment as you can, so then the stores say, okay, we need some more, so we need another shipment, so therefore you sell more copies to the stores, and that's how the business works. So when you get 90% of that initial shipment, they're already calling in more orders, because that means only 10% from that first 3-day period was left over in the Media Create. So that means they're already calling up and saying, hey Nintendo, we need more of this game, Super Mario Odyssey. So I think more and more people are going to get into this, and it's going to be a lot, because usually the big 3D Mario games, the big holiday games that Nintendo has, launch in the Black Friday or Christmas shopping season. This one did launch somewhat close to that in October, but it was still October and not November. So I do feel that once Black Friday hits, once the Christmas shopping hits, Super Mario Odyssey is even going to balloon up more in sales. We're going to see this game do a lot of numbers, and I feel that it's going to be an evergreen title pretty much for the rest of the generation for Nintendo and the Switch, just because the Switch is such a unique concept, and this Mario game probably appeals to more people. When it comes to 3D home console Mario games, this is probably the biggest appealing to Japan, because this is the first time that we've had a 3D main home console game that you can play any way that you want, because the Nintendo Switch is a hybrid. So I think that's the reason why this is the fastest selling Mario game in Japan and the fastest selling game so far. It just appeals to way more people because of the portability aspect of the Switch, because of how hot the Switch is as far as system sales and everything, in addition to the game being pretty much one of the best games ever created. So what do you guys think about the initial shipment here and how Super Mario Odyssey is selling? Let me know in the comment section below. Alright, and moving into the next article here, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. We've got full details on the Champions Amiibo functionality. Now, the Champions Amiibo for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild arrived next week. We have some idea about what these features would do, but now Nintendo has provided further information on the official Zelda Facebook page. Now here is the rundown. With the Champion Amiibo coming out on November 10th, learn more about what each helm does in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. When any of the Divine Helms are equipped with the Ancient Cuirass and Ancient Greaves, all armor items need to be upgraded to level 2 stars or above. You'll also trigger a set bonus, Ancient Proficiency, which increases the attack power of Ancient or Guardian series weapons. All of them will increase guard from ancient energy attacks, while defense level and required materials for level up are the same as those of the Ancient Helm. Enemies remaining HP/full HP will also be visible like the Champion's Tunic. Additionally, there are specific events for each item, and I'll have a listing as far as that right here up on the screen. And The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Champions Amiibo is slated for November 10th release. You can pre-order them on Amazon, or even better, if you have a Best Buy and Best Buy Gamers Club, you can pre-order them there, and they're actually cheaper with the Best Buy Gamers Club discount. So I haven't picked up any of these yet. I mean, it seems like it's cool. I think if I did buy them, it would just be because they look cool. That's the only reason why I would buy them, is just because they look cool. I'm not sure if I'd actually use them, so I haven't decided to buy them or not. And I have an Amiibo problem. I keep on buying the Amiibo. I have a bunch of them over there, and I told myself that Bayonetta, Cloud, and Lucina, and Corrin were going to be the last ones that I buy, so I'm going to try to stick by it at least for this year. Still waiting for some other Amiibo that I'd like to see. Now, we do have a Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Direct coming up, so maybe there's something there, and I'll talk about that later when I have a podcast as far as that goes, maybe like a prediction podcast or something like that. But overall, this is really cool. The Amiibo functionality is nice. It's a nice little bonus for these Amiibo, and I know a lot of people are already pre-ordering these, and a lot of people are picking these ones up. So what do you guys think about this Amiibo functionality in addition to the Amiibo themselves? Do they look good? Let me know in the comment section below. Alright, and moving into the last article here, we've got full North American Xenoblade Chronicles 2 as far as the site goes. You can see everything. There is so much stuff on there. There's environments, screenshots, and so more. And guys, I'm just going to say this right now. This is probably the most impressive looking JRPG I've seen in the last like 10 to 15 years. I'm not sure if I've seen another JRPG that has looked this impressive from an environment standpoint, from a scope standpoint, from a combat standpoint. When you put everything together, I don't know if I've seen an RPG this impressive. This is amazing. If you look at all these different screenshots, which I'll have rolling across here, look at the environments here, look at the scope and the size, the color hues, all the different locations that you're going to be able to go. Now think about all of that and all of these massive titans that you're on, then top that off that you have 3 people in your party with another person attached through like an energy link, so 6 people all on there fighting at the same time in these massive environments with all these different rare blades. This is very impressive. I'm blown away by how awesome this game looks from an artistic standpoint, from just like a color standpoint, from a gameplay standpoint. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is going to be absolutely phenomenal. You can check out the full site, guys, and I highly suggest going over there and looking at some of the stuff. Now, just to go over some of the things that you can see on there, you can view the trailer, and they also have the actual Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Nintendo Direct that's going down on November 7th at 6 a.m. PT, 9 a.m. ET. They have that to where you can watch it directly from there. So if you click the link, they'll take you over to the YouTube page that they have right there to where you can watch it. But going over everything here, they talk about the story, they talk about the exploration, the battle, using living weapons, and they actually show off this new character that we have not seen before. It seems like it. Brand new character, but I'll leave that for you guys to discover. And you can go over many different things, like there's even more in depth as far as the story goes, so I just will read that real quick. It says, humanity's last hope is in your hands. Lost in a sea of clouds, entire civilizations rest on the backs of colossal beasts known as titans. As the titans march toward death, unlikely heroes arise, a young scavenger named Rex and a living weapon called Pyra. Can they find the fabled paradise of Elysium in time to save what's left of humanity? If such a place did exist, maybe we could all live in peace without the need to fight. And that was one of the quotes from Rex. I am super hyped about this story because they're really going back to that Xenoblade Chronicles feel, but that Xenoblade Chronicles X like exploration and style, man. They're really just fusing the two, and I love the rare blades. I think that's probably one of the best things about this game are those rare blades, man. They look awesome. They all animate cool, have different properties, give you different skills. This game is going to have a ton of content in there. You can also check out the battle system because I think that's something that a lot of people are a little like wary about. They don't exactly know how this game plays, so you can see more information on that. On top of that, you can actually check out my own battle guide that I did. Just look up Xenoblade Chronicles X battle info and all of that. I did a nice guide, less than 5 minutes. Yeah, it's like less than 5 minutes. You can see all of the information as far as what I gathered from the E3, and they've even added in more. Then I also did an update to that when the Treehouse team actually updated the battle system even more as far as talking about stuff. I actually went over that and broke that down as well. So you can see what I have to say on the battle system as far as how I break it down too if you don't want to read through everything, because there is a lot of stuff to read through. They talk about battling together to survive, regular arts, special arts, and combos, and they go over all the different stuff on the battle screen. There are a ton of little bullet points as far as your arts palette, special art effects, blade combo tree, enemy info, available elemental arts, party blades, party guides. There's just a lot of stuff there. And then of course they have a bunch of new screenshots, a bunch of media as far as the first trailer, the E3, and so much more, and of course the pre-order as well. So what do you guys think about the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 full North American website? I think it looks amazing, and as you can see, no censorship to Pyra at all. Some of you guys were worried about that. Nintendo learned their lesson from Xenoblade Chronicles X, because I do feel, although silly, it did cost that game some sales from some people because of the silly thing that they had to remove. It was one thing that they removed, and they removed it, and that did cost themselves. In addition to, I think, Tokyo Mirage Sessions as well, that cost themselves, for sure cost themselves, because that was a problem. So I think Nintendo's kind of learning and not censoring so far, at least with the Nintendo Switch. Pyra and all of the characters are exactly how you saw them when we first saw them, the Japanese gameplay. They're all like that here on the American full site, and at this point they haven't changed anything. This game is done. I'm pretty sure it's off to go print on the cartridges. What do you guys think about this full site? Let me know in the comment section below. Alright Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Also make sure you check out our Patreon page. Pledge any tier, entered to win some awesome prizes, plus prize tournaments. Also, make sure you check out our brand new YouTube live gaming page and consider sponsoring PlayerEssence. When you do so, it gets you custom themed emotes for our live streams and so much more. Also, make sure you hit that like button if you did like this video. It lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you Ninja for the next video. Peace.